Hello to all the past, the present, and the future queens. Welcome to Queen Series Chapter 4. I'm Dr. O, just keeping it real. I'm the Mother's Day edition of the Queen Series Chapter 3. I want to encourage all of you queens. Listen, you're fearfully, wonderfully, and marvelously made, and keep on shining. And to my spiritual son, Jocko, guess what? Keep the spotlight on the queens. You all be blessed.
How y'all doing today, man? As you know, it's Kyle Jacko checking in from the ATL. We having a beautiful, blessed, amazing day or night whenever you watch this video. Before we're going to jump into it, you know we have to shout out the Queen Series Chapter 3 from last year. Thank y'all all for being a part of this because y'all know y'all paved the way for the Queen Series Chapter 4, so salute all of y'all. But now, it is time for what y'all all been waiting for. The Queen Series Chapter 4 is now active. So the queen I'm bringing you today, I had the honor of being on Clubhouse. I had the honor of speaking to her on Instagram. I had the honor of following her on Twitter. And everything she's doing right now, she's doing stuff to uplift the kings and the queens. But right now, we're going to focus on what she's doing to the queens right now, everything she's doing in her life. So right now, I want to welcome Queen Lisa to the stage. Come and speak to the people, Queen.
Hello, hello. I am so honored to be here and so happy to talk to you, sir, once again. Like you said, my name is Aleasia Hurt. You may know me as a resiliency maverick. I am a coach of anything, all things resilience. I'm all about emotional intelligence that uplifts us and helps us be able to understand each other, but also understand ourselves and our emotions and how to control those emotions in any given situation. Pretty much practical experience over 30 years in the mental health space, emotional health space. So I have a lot going on with that. Yes, I'm still in the corporate world, but I'm transitioning out so I can be the household name of resiliency coaching, because I feel like we need some help. We need some help. People are suffering in silence, and I'm here to help us build our emotional health so we can gain emotional wealth. My passion is to really just transfer my skills into this coaching stage platform. And that way we all will be good in whatever we decide to do with our lives. A little bit about me. I said practical 32 years, registered amongst the Cambridge Who's Who, registered amongst the Marquis, I think is the name, how you pronounce it, Who's Who. And I'm also a poet. So I have a published poem in the International Library of Poetry, and that's me in a nutshell.
Okay, Queen, I love that. I love that. I told y'all before, I know some strong queens. I don't know why y'all forgetting about them. I know a lot of strong queens. That's one of them right there, but just remember, we have 32 of them, so y'all get ready. And with that being said, Queen, I want to ask you a question. What is your definition of a strong queen?
Great question. I'm excited to answer this question. So basically, a strong queen is somebody that knows herself first. No matter what, she knows herself. Well, let me take that back. Know God, because God is who we are. He made us. He has a plan for our lives. But in doing that, he wants to gift you with the ability to understand who you are. That way you can understand who everybody else is, because we go through so many emotions in one day. We go through so much pain and sorrow or happiness and visions. We have visions, we're visionaries. And a strong woman is able to take all of that despite, and bounce back no matter what. That's what my definition of a strong queen is.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Now, this question right here It might make your friends mad. It might make your family mad. But I want you to give me one or two queens that had a strong influence on your life, strong impact, and let us know what their name is and where they're from.
Absolutely. So, you know, I have to shout out my mom first, and I'm gonna tell you why. And now she lives in Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. Yes, yes. So, I actually have my mom and dad and two sisters out there. So just to let you know that. So my mom is a minister, right? My mom and my dad are. And why I want to why I want to choose her first for a strong queen that I admire is because I remember when seeing her in her bedroom crying one day and didn't understand why. So I asked her if I could tell you this little story real quick. And my mom was crying because God had placed in her to be a minister, to be a pastor. And guess what? Our church community sometimes don't accept things. And back in that day, I'm 54 years old. So this was a while back. But back in that day, women were not known to be behind the pulpit. So my mother was crying because people in the church would not accept her calling as God's vessel. And I remember her going single-handedly with the support of my father going through that. And that's why I want to point her out. I want to uplift her as a strong queen, number one. Number two is my muse, Maya Angelou. I have followed that woman since as long as I can remember, and she is my poet muse. And that's where coping skills, didn't know back then that's what it was called, but coping skill poetry is it for me. I have been writing since I was about 10 years old, writing poetry. And my first poem, I had gotten in school suspension, if you all know about that. And I didn't get suspended again after that, I'll tell you that. But I sat in that in school suspension, and I wrote a poem called Boredom. And I talked about how being in this suspension, I thought about things. What did I do wrong that caused me to get suspended? But that's Maya Angelou taught me. And do you know her story? Do you know her story of being a victim of abuse and then lost her voice after that? But then she became the voice of queens everywhere and the voice of everybody. Her silence created what you know today as Maya Angelou. Those are my two queens.
Okay, I love that. As you were talking about your mom, I just remember growing up, and I'm from Florida, Texas, and everybody thought that queens couldn't pray. Everybody thought that queens could be prophetess or apostles and this, that, and other. Shouts out to my spiritual mom, Apostle Deborah Allen. Shouts out to my other spiritual mom that's over here on Wesley Chapel, Apostle Glendale. These are strong, amazing women. And I remember that growing up there in Havana, and then once I came to Atlanta and I got seeing a lot of women and doing everything, I'm like, man, women are strong, women are powerful. If you think women are not powerful, guess what? You need to go check out my Angel. I suggest every little queen, every king that's watching this, if you don't know who Angela is, you have to go check out. Because when she told you a short snippet of it. But yes, she stopped speaking after what happened to her. She stopped speaking for a very long time, but now her voice travels everywhere. So yes, I'm so happy with both of them you shared. So once again, she giving y'all golden nuggets. Make sure you go check out who my Angela is, and make sure you go just shout out all the queens out there, bringing the world. Shout out Francis and Keisha, another queen I know that stays out there in South Carolina. is doing a lot of great things. I'm telling you, our queens are strong. Queens can pray the house down. They will take everything out. You think I'm playing? Wait till we do this Queen's prayer. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just a minute. So, with that being said, Queen, I want you to unmute your microphone because I have a game I love to play. And the game I love to play is called the word play. The word play is something where I try to stop you. You know what I'm saying? I got all y'all queens on it. I try to stop you every single time. It never works, but I'm going to try with you too. So the word play, I'm going to say a word. And I want you to go in detail and tell me what the word means to you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Your first word is going to be God. When I say God, what does that mean to you?
God means all powerful. God means the only one that I know I can always count on. God means all merciful. God means come to me. I am your vision for your vision. God means you are secure, you are safe, you are stable, and you are here, and I got you. That's what God means to me.
Your next word is going to be family. What does family mean to you?
Family means to me somebody and a background of people made me who I am today. Family means that I have a foundation. Family means that I have a power source that I can call my own. Nobody else can claim. Nobody else can take it away. Family means I can close my eyes and know that I'm loved. And family means no matter what, we got to come together in the hard times, in the good times, and just because. That's what family is to me.
Okay. My next word, and I know you're going to love this word. What does poetry mean to you?
Poetry, yes, I do love that. Thank you. Poetry to me means giving up and being transparent about the things you usually wouldn't say. Poetry means I have something to say and I have to get it out because I need for you to understand who I really am. I need for you to understand if you don't know who I am, you're about to find out through this verse. Poetry means if you have a problem, because it's not just about me. Poetry is my way. It is a way to uplift people. It's a way to show people you're going to be all right. It don't have to be pretty. It don't have to rhyme, but it is your innate strength flowing on paper. That's what poetry means to me.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more, Queen. I just feel like I got to give you one more. I have to.
Okay.
What does social media mean to you?
Social media to me is a means of two things. Communicating with people because it's a way to do it without interacting. When I say that, I mean personally. Sometimes it's a scapegoat for people. Sometimes it's a way to express yourself because you don't have the confidence to really do it like we're doing right now. Social media is a platform that sometimes people they take advantage of the benefits or take advantage of not being able to express themselves any other way. That's what social media means to me. Social media is a way to, somewhat like poetry, social media is a way to express yourself and promote yourself. So social media can be used, and it depends on the person. It can be used in a healthy way, or social media can be used in a not so healthy way.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Well, Queen, I couldn't stop. You have won the wordplay. And you want to know what you have won? You want to know? You gonna meet your mic? I can't hear you. You want to know what you have won?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
You have won 16 biscuits from Popeyes with no butter and no water.
With no butter or no water. No butter or no water. And what am I supposed to do with that?
I'm supposed to eat them.
Hey, let me say this. It is a gift of gratitude. And hey, and I'll take it. Because some biscuits would go with something.
You can't
How
put it
about
with
that?
nothing. No, you can't put it with no gravy. You gotta eat them just out of here with no butter, no nothing. You gotta eat them exactly out of here.
Well, if I'm hungry, I'll eat. If
Get you.
I'm not hungry, hey, then there's some people out there, homeless people out there that need them.
Okay, cool. Just make sure you get them people some water with their biscuits, okay? If you don't, it's
Yeah.
gonna be
I'll
a
find some
cold.
water. There's a
Look,
water fountain somewhere.
it's gonna be a cold summer if you don't.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Oh, I'll
But
make it
Queen,
work. I'll make it work.
but Queen, this is the wordplay, man. I love doing it because a lot of y'all don't know, and my power is so strong. But I love to have fun. I love to have a good time. So if you didn't like the wordplay, you can text me and say, Jack, I don't like the wordplay. I'm gonna tell you, I probably ain't gonna listen to you because my name is Kyle Jacko and I created it. So, it is what it is. That's how we keep on growing because we keep on having fun. So, man, with that being said, before we get to the next part, make sure you want to know more about this queen. The video will give it some justice. The bio down below will give you some justice, but that's only a snippet of what this queen has to tell you. And I know with her, you want to reach out to her, ask her about more questions. Her hyperlinks is at the bottom. So go down there, hit one of the links, and go out there and see what she's doing. But I'm telling you, I've been hearing her a lot, and everything she does, she want to help out the people. So, hey, don't take my word for it. Go down there and read the description below and see. And with that being said, Queen, they had one queen that I put on this blueprint that I had to get y'all for the Queen series. Her name was D. Ross. I would love to expound on what you saw in this video, and actually too let everybody know why they should be watching D. Ross Queen series video.
Absolutely. So let me tell you what hit my spirit about D, right? Miss D, Queen D. She is a humble, passionate queen. And when I say humble, it's the true sense of the word. She's a calming blessing. She reminded me of a not a you know how they say ghost of the past, but she reminds me of a vision of the past, the present, and the future. I can see her being the person that will change the world of so many people, so many women, so many girls. She had a story that was absolutely incredible, and it would touch your soul, and you need to go listen to Miss D and Queen D. I am looking forward to meeting her in some aspect, some platform. So that's what I got from her. She was so calming, and to listen to her, just to sit back and just listen to that video, it was, she was funny, but that calming funny that made you like want to laugh with her. And that's what I got out of her, and it was like somebody you can sit around sit around the table and drink some coffee with and just have a long conversation about life and what she wants, what she saw and has experienced in the past. But not only the people in her life, our ancestors. I can see her talking about those things, and I can see her in the future still having those conversations, and how, but this is the key, how she changed the world, the things that she didn't like from the past. I can hear that conversation out of her, out of Queen D in the future. She is a calming blessing. And I was honored to be a part of being able to watch that.
I love that, man. I've been knowing D for years. I see my sister. And you know, D, I tell you on every single video, I'm gonna tell you again, your head is still big, no matter what. You have a big head. Just wanna let you know that. I wouldn't be a little brother if I didn't. You know you got a big head, but I still love you though. So then hopefully this video right here brings you, your mom, Toria, everybody joy, Troy, everybody joy, because everybody loves you, sis. Hope it does bring you a lot of joy. So shouts out to D Ross. Love you, sis. The next question I have for you, Queen, is what would you like Queens to take away from watching your video?
That's what I want. I want Queens to take away, and that's the young Queens. That's the, moving on up to, like you said in another video, the 75, 85-year-old Queens and on. What I want them to take away is we are queens that we work to sustain all the time. We have so much going on in our lives. We're obligated for so much. We're responsible for so many. But you are able to sustain. You have so much to gain. So I just want you to know this. I want you to embrace you. I want you to eliminate who you need to eliminate. I want you to execute all that you have inside of you, all your strengths, because you have a plenty. You just got to help. So if you need help to get it out, somebody is there to help. And then finally, elevate. So that's what I want the queens to get from this. You are innately resilient. No matter what happened to you in that past, no matter what's happening to you right now, there are people like King Kyle Jacko that has this series, and that's his vision. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And that's what I want you to know, the queens to know. Our young ladies out here, know thyself first. Embrace yourself, and everything else will come along. I know you got so much pressure on you out here, so much pressure. And then women, a little younger than I am and my age and up, we're dealing with the pressures of the professional world and what we're trying to do. And we got everything coming at us. And then there's the work-life balance. All those things we're dealing with. So I want you, finally, I want you to embrace, I want you to eliminate, I want you to execute, and I want you to elevate. That's what I want people to get out, queens to get out of this video.
I don't know about y'all, but she did give me chills. I am not playing. I was over here, and the good thing was the active speaker because y'all couldn't see me because I was just shaking my head. But that's really what it's about. But last year we done some kind of motivational prayer. That's what we had last year. And God put on this year to have a Queen's Prayer. The Queen's Prayer is designed because this queen, every one of these queens is going to pray for you. This is your own Queen's Prayer. Hey, Kings, we're going to see y'all for the King's Prayer. But right now, it's the Queen's Prayer. So right now, Queen, I pass the microphone to you. Go ahead and pray for your queens.
This is for the queens. We're living a life of despair. We're living a life of always grabbing for what we're looking for. But God, you have the answer. You are our visionary. You are our king, the ultimate king. I pray today, Lord, that you look upon these queens. You look upon me as a queen, trying to reach back and bring them forward and try to help the queens that's ahead of me. I'm trying to reach them, Lord, because I want to sit at their table. I know you have more for me, and so I know there's so much for the queens that's listening to us right now and listening to all the queens. Special prayer out to King Cal. First time I heard his voice, Lord, I knew we had to connect. God don't make mistakes. So, Lord, to end this solemn prayer to you, we are queens. We have a lot to do. We have a lot to say. We had a lot of work to do. Lord, take care of our young queens. I want them to make it to where I am with all the ups and downs. I want to look kings to make it where Mr. Kyle is right now and go even and above. Whatever you have for their life, we praise you, Lord, for it and thanking you in advance. This prayer is for us, Lord. Thank you. Amen.
Man, as I said that, I just wanted to just say that thank you so much, and I hopefully some king you have got there from that because I'm gonna tell you this before we get ready to do the next part of the video. What I need you to understand, King, is this right here. Everything you see right now inside of me, I have went through a whole lot, went through a whole lot of stuff. So the power and the energy and everything you see, it didn't come just because I just sat up there and just practiced in the mirror. It came because I kept on praying to God. It came because my prayer life got strong. It came because at the end of the day, I said, you know what? The devil gonna fight me the rest of my life. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm fight back. So I want to encourage anybody watching this video right now. Whenever the devil attack your finances, whenever he attack your family, whenever he attack your mental, whenever he attack anything that's in your life, no matter what it is, family, friends, whatever, make sure that filthy, you put God with everything you do and watch what God brings you to, no matter what. It's all the queens out there. You got a crown on your head. I know you do. But guess what? Sometimes you gotta get around other queens to get your crown in just the right way. Because sometimes your crown might fall off to the side. But that's what this Queen Series is about. This Queen Series chapter 4 is about. It's about these queens help you adjust your crown. You need to reach out to them. Like I tell you all one more time, I'm giving you all the information. Go in the description below. Read it. Look at the links. Follow them on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. Speak to them and just say, I watch the Queen Series chapter 4. I promise you, they're going to hit you right back no matter what. But it's on you now. But with that being said, Queen, we have another part of the video. The next part is right here. Closing remarks. I want you to motivate the kings and the queens for the whole 2022. Give a motivation word, Queen.
Sure, absolutely. First of all, let me please thank you. And that my spirit is full right now. So I appreciate you. This is an absolute honor. And I want to say to kings and queens, but first I'm gonna start with queens in lieu of the theme of this series. Live strong. Excuse me. Live strong Live like a queen. Our ancestors went through a lot. We have privileges. We have things that we our ancestors would never have thought of. Let's appreciate that. Let's leverage that. And let's elevate our lives, Queen. And our queens stand behind our kings. And our kings stand behind and uplift our queens. I did a post the other day about the lotus flower. That's about resilience. We are like a lotus. I want you to look at your life like a lotus. It means powerful. It means strong, bounce back. You can do it. Get resources. Get a support system. Execute some coping skills that you never even really thought about. Mine is poetry. Think about some things that you used to love to do in your young age. Bring it back. Did you used to like to play checkers? Play checkers. Did you used to like to do hopscotch? Hey, is some chalk still available in the stores? Bring back some things that you used to do that made you happy. Sometimes you got to go back there. Sometimes you got to go back to live strong. Live like a queen. Live like a king. And I'll end with this. And still I rise. You are a phenomenal, phenomenal woman. We still rise, Queen. We are resilient. Go get it. Thank you.
Well, okay. We normally do a theme at the end, but you already said the thing when you were doing your motivational message. So, Queen, what I would love for you to do to close out this whole entire Queen series is I want you to give everybody a poem. And once you give everybody as part of your poetry, I would love you to give them that. And then as soon as you give them after your poetry, I want you to close out the whole entire Queen series video. So, it's any poetry that you have. To me, I think that'll be a blessing because a lot of little queens, a lot of older queens too, it'll be very, very good. So, however long it is, it doesn't really matter. But I want you to give it to them, and I want you to close down the whole entire video.
Sure. Give me 1 second to find one here for you.
Okay, and while you getting everything done, remember this: like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to your friends and your family, and make sure you tell them this right here. The queens are coming. The queens are coming. Tell them to get ready because the Queen Series has 32 amazing queens, and we ain't stopping. So y'all make sure y'all be good, y'all be blessed. Right now, I'm gonna pass the microphone to this beautiful, amazing queen. Remember, queen, when you're done, whatever you want to say to close out the video, you're gonna close it out.
All right, y'all ready? This is called Elevate. All right. As I prepare for a new year of life, I think about my past and I ponder my future. I've made mistakes and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, I want more. And this year, I will only vision big. I dare to take risk. I dare to release my inner fears. Shouting to the masses, I am humble. I am strong. Forget the discomfort of defeat, mistreatment, and submission. This year, I will only thrive for the passion to live the life I deserve. Life is poetry that breathes. Fortune is to live an abundant life. Life is dreams come true. Elevate is to live that life that God predestined for me. Life is prayer of hope and wisdom. You are the diamond in the rough. That is Elevate by Aleasia Hurt. And I hope that really, really gives you a greater picture of who I am and what I am about. I'm not a perfect queen, but I'm working towards to be the best queen that I can be. And that's what I want for you all. Elevate, elevate. Now I want to read this one verse if I can one more time, Ms. King Cal. This year, I will only thrive for the passion to live the life I deserve. Life is poetry that breathes. Fortune is to live an abundant life. Life is dreams come true. Elevate is to live that life that God predestined for me and you. Take care of yourselves, queens. Thank you so much, King Kyle. I appreciate this opportunity. I look forward to connecting with all of you, and I appreciate this opportunity. You all have a wonderful, wonderful night. God bless.